Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Bregaton. Let's continue towards the Brewer's Alchemical Stash. And then before we head to Moonrise Towers, I will add Gale back to the party, because his quest may be tied to that location. The journal doesn't specify, but Mystra did want him to self-destruct to destroy the Absolute. And that's seemingly where they're headquartered. I'm not sure if it's their main headquarters or not, but it is one of them. And then if we get found out while we're infiltrating the towers, we could use Gale like a prime grenade to negotiate our way out. Like, if you don't let us go, this guy's gonna blow up.
Listen, the psionic detector. Githyanki are lurking nearby.
Where Morgue has failed to kill you, I won't make the same mistake.
Who's Wawargaz?
Today you fall.
I didn't even consider that, but we can try to entangle these guys too. Well, that'll hit my paladin, so let's not do that.
Can't even catch my breath.
That's a little annoying. Out of sight. Does she have more than one Woodwoad summoned? Oh no! What did they do to my paladin? It's terrifying.
Time to deal some punishment.
I mean to put him in the water like that.
On my way.
Warlock to warlock? That's a bad idea.
On the victor's path. Need to find a way forward.
Loser.
Take your no mercy.
Making my move. Psionic detector alerted us to the Githyanki attack. Looks like Voss was good for his word. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
That's the road to Baldur's Gate. Royal orders.
I could really use some shut-eye.
The description doesn't make much sense, considering it's a Githyanki plate. This book is redolent with the enticing smell, I'm assuming it says, of paper and ink, but I can't read it because of the art. Brocknir Bracers grants Quicken Mage Hand. You can cast Mage Hand as a bonus action, strength saving throws +1, and grants telekinesis. They're a creature or object with your mind. Once per turn, you can use telekinesis again while concentrating. Heavier items deal more damage. So that may help us get some of those items we can't normally access, because the game says we can't reach it. The planar silver cladding of these forearm bracers allows the wielder to channel the latent astral energies floating in the weave. Whoops, meant to read the... Psionic Ward Armor grants Psionic Ward. If the item detects that the wearer is Gith, they have resistance to psychic damage. Whenever the wearer succeeds on a saving throw against a spell, they regain 1 to 4 hit points. After all that was done to them at the Illithid's caprice, it is little wonder that the Gith would construct armaments fit for combating their psionic might. We'll keep this on hand. Let's read the orders. Do what has been asked of you. Stop the interlopers. Take back what is mine, else your punishment will be severe. By order of your queen. Sorry, also the return at once note that we got last time. He who was, what ails thy mind? The queen was clear. A full retreat to the Shadowfell with all due haste. You beheld the fate of Lover's Whisper. After a 10-day in the darkness, she knew not her name. These lands are rich in tragedy and memory, but our minds are vulnerable to the malignant curse. Lover's Whisper strangled her own raven this morn. Her raven. The queen was incensed at the loss of her child, and struck Lover's Whisper down, as was her right. Return at once, or I will be forced to report your desertion. Of thine will. Seems like all the Shadar Kai have that odd naming scheme. Okay, maybe we don't want to go that way right now. I'm a little resource starved at the moment. So I'm guessing we can't actually go over there. That's way too many enemies. They look more like backdrops here. A veterinary log. The words veterinary log are crossed out at the top of the ledger. Meat yield is written underneath. Steed, Stallion K3. Status. Healthy is stricken through. Butchered. Yield 43 stone. Steed, Mare A2. Status. Healthy is stricken through. Butchered. Yield 40 stone. Steed, Stallion K1. Status. Disease is stricken through. Butchered. Yield 35 stone. Total delivered to House of Healing food stores, 118 stone. Let's try speak with dead.
The corpse does not respond.
Let me try something real quick. Yeah, so it looks like the front of the mask changes depending on what form you take. I hadn't noticed until we shapeshifted into a Gith. Let's try a dwarf. Yeah, that's a really awesome detail. I never noticed because I usually have this turned off in dialogue. There's the corpse rose. Record of shipment. T. Sending you the requested ingredients as per your letter, including the purple worm glands. I'm eager to see the result of your experiments. Please, send me some samples when it's completed. I have a few clients who would be very interested in the toxic fruits of your labors. Got some hostiles over here. Also a half-orc, which I don't think we've seen yet, have we?
I can keep going a little longer now.
Of course, Halsin's still over there. We need to move him over here.
Take two. Got to move.
I feel like the aura of Vile Oblivion should not be able to snuff out Lathander's light. Can't get through. That's okay. Took that guy out, so Lathander's light is now blinding most of the undead here.
Let's finish this.
One damage shy.
On the victor's path.
Nothing too exciting.
Breathe deep and move.
Where are you going? Picked up the sack and they ran inside. Oh, they're guarding the morgue.
That's curious.
Something over there.
Some more dirt. There's always more dirt.
Clustered fires and tents. The Absolute's army is camped here. Better not press my luck.
Wonder what happens if we do press our luck. There's nothing stopping us from walking down the bridge. There's not like a transition point here either.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I'm guessing you get a notification if you get too close to the camp. Or that was our notification. And just let me bring out all my companions and we'll...
That's curious.
It's weird. We'll just cut our way through the entire camp. Looks like it was goblins and ogres for the most part. So we could probably put up a heck of a fight.
preserve you.
He jumped right in front of me. Yeah, so whatever happened down here, it's been turned into a meat grinder. The braziers won't stay lit. In fact, nothing will. I don't know why this is all grayed out over here. Now it's not. Furzu's Ring of Trading, Deception +1. Belong to a trader Furzu, increases deception checks by 1. An odd description. Strange Tendril Amulet, grants a bard's black tentacles. Eldritch sigils seem to course through the metalwork on this amulet. Okay, but this one's crooked. Whoops. Alright, I guess we can't turn it. Alright, a notice. A reminder, sisters. Do not forget that patients passing through these hallowed halls must needs be stripped of such frivolous items as jewelry, timepieces, and extraneous gold amounts. These burdens can be safely stored in the vault behind the hidden wall, that they do not confuse matters between ourselves and Kethric's justiciars. We like to avoid misunderstandings if possible. There's a zombie over there. I saw him flopping around a second ago.
Dust on the leftmost door.
Luckily we have that resistance to poison damage, so... I think we'll be okay.
My faith will protect me. Onward.
There's one greater zombie. Oh wow, that was a nasty hit. Misclicked. So that multi-attack wasn't even targeting the zombie.
Got to keep fighting.
Time to push my luck again.
Yeah, poison's not really a problem, so I'll just ignore it for now. This lever might clear the air.
If not over, then through. Stuck from this side. I should look around.
Okay, I see at least one vent. Actually see the vent. Oh, there it is. There was a crate over here, wasn't there? There we go. Alright, a necrotic laboratory spare key. Small iron key. I'm assuming that's used for this. Nope. Alright, research notes. Spell, remove shadow curse, possible. Variant on remove curse, dispel magic, other. Recitation. Umbra, recessit, ineffective. Nox, exodus, ineffective. Nox fit, lux, potential. Nox finio, potential. I'm assuming this is Latin, so it'd be Vita in Umbra, ineffective. Vita cava, unintended consequences, living armor. Gesture. A number of spellcasting gestures are traced beneath. Olam's journal. Day 2 of darkness. I stood calm as Ketheric uttered his final curse, then withered. As my fellow harpers dragged his putrid corpse from the battlefield, I allowed myself to feel relief, even solace. A wrong had been righted, an evil thwarted. Victory had come, but I had yet to know its true cost. The darkness shrouded the land like a vast cloak. It began as a chill, as if the claw of winter had gripped us. Within hours, every breath was a dagger piercing my throat. I hungered for air like a wolf hungers for meat, yet I could still get my fill thanks to my armor. Would that the men and women of Rythwin had been so well equipped. One by one they fell, only to rise as shadows of themselves, intent on extinguishing all light and all life. The shadows hang less heavy in this place. It still takes some effort to fill my lungs, but better to expend effort than to unite with darkness. My trap should keep me safe, or at least safe enough. Day 5 of darkness. The shadows ebb and wane. A torch flame is sometimes enough to burn them away, but no light can dispel the deepest of them. I called my familiar Corvin to my side, but he could scarcely take wing. Tomorrow I search, and not just for food and drink. I might find a scroll, or an artifact, or an arcane focus that can ward off this curse. Perhaps I might even find another survivor. Day 18 of darkness. It's a particular loneliness in these shadows. Corvin shows great affection when I call him, even as he suffers. Those few minutes are at least some comfort for both of us. It is remarkably still in here, even stiller out there. I found a few scrolls and books near the House of Healing, as well as some scattered artifacts, but they hold nothing for me. The only answers call out from within the house itself, where I dare not enter. I hear the moans of the anguished, the shouts of the cruel. There are those who make their home in the shadows, but I am no less alone for them. Day 26 of darkness. I called on Corvin yet again, but I cannot bear his torment, nor can I bear my own. Gray has turned almost to black, and the air might as well be molasses or tar, so hard as it is to choke down. All beings should walk free of fear, I was taught. Oh, if only were I granted such a fine fate. Now, I wonder... Because they were practicing light spells, thought maybe
To live in more interesting
casting light with the
time.
chest would open it up. Bided time. Grants time thoroughly bided. Whoever gains arcane charge whenever they are hit by a melee attack. So while threatened, affected entity has a +1 bonus to damage with spells. Might give that. Well, no. The clothing that Gale has on is far too valuable. Cat's Grace is just way too good. Revenge is best served. Hot or cold makes no difference.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Locked tight. There must be another way through.
I guess we just lockpick it. I mean, a DC of 30. At Astarion, we could probably do it.
Best be on my way.
Not super keen on that failed perception check.
That's curious.
Blood Bank Log. Blood and Bodily Fluid Log. Addendum the first is no longer necessary to log names. Race or creature type is sufficient. MT. Malice Thorn. Addendum the second. We use either the term donor or vessel when describing a source of extraction. Victim is an ugly and inaccurate word. Name redacted, race half-elf, occupation farmer. Cause of death, extremity amputation. Extraction fluid, blood. Notes. Cadaver dumped in canal. Name redacted, race human, occupation unknown. Cause of death, live extraction. Extraction fluid, blood, lymph, spinal fluid. Notes. Refused toll payment, cadaver cremated after extraction. Name unknown, race ogre, occupation blank. Cause of death, fatal wounds to skull and torso. Extraction fluid, blood. Notes. Corpse confiscated by Balthazar. The list continues for many pages.
Trap. Be cautious.
Eversight Ring grants blind immunity. The wearer cannot be blinded. One of the relics of Deep Dwemer's rebellious children. Paranoid by nature, Dwemer had erected a vast array of biting, blasting, blinding traps, and safeguards to keep her enemies from gaining her sanctum. Of course, this also meant her children were sealed in with her by those same deadly measures.
These boots have seen everything.
Carabassen's poison. Alright, surgeon research notes. I can go. I discovered all too late that I was making things much harder on myself than necessary. There was no need for such complex chemical experimentation. No, foolish me. I ought to have turned to that which has already been perfected by nature. Fortunately, my research led me to the carapace of the carrion crawler, which contains a paralytic agent so powerful I must be quite cautious not to breathe it in during the refinement process, lest I fall asleep at my workbench. Tissue and organ register. A tissue and organ register. Donor, unidentified gnome. Recovered bladder, left lung. Cause of death, unknown necrosis. Notes, gangrenous skin, distal extremities missing. Donor, unidentified dwarf. Recovered left hand, both feet, brain, left hemisphere. Cause of death, abdominal hole, arcane origin. Notes, run through by lightning, brain's right hemisphere scorched. Donor, unidentified human. Recovered skeletal remains only. Cause of death, cremation, arcane origin. Notes, delivered in urn. The list goes on. The final entry includes an extensive note inked in a flowing script. Ketherick promised the finest of specimens, yet Balthazar provides naught but dregs for my research. A spleen here, a finger there, an intact head if I'm lucky. That bloody necromancer has kept the finest cadavers for himself.
To keep going.
This was another way into whatever this is. I feel like we should go to Moonrise Towers first. My gut is telling me we shouldn't go this way yet. So what I'll do... let's go to camp. We'll grab Gale, we'll do a long rest. And next time we can head to Moonrise Towers. Where is... Halsin.
Oakfather preserve you. Wherever you need me. I'll be right here in camp. Take care out there.
He has the kindest reaction to being left behind in camp. He doesn't say he's gonna eat dirt, he doesn't question my wisdom. I mean, Astarion seems pretty alright with staying in camp as well.
A savvy move recruiting Halsin to our cause. While I'm adept at most forms of weave manipulation, druidic magic is not my area of expertise. He will make for a most useful option to have in reserve.
With pleasure. Lead on. I think I'll enjoy traveling with Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked.
Because he's the size of a bear.
These lands may not be under the thrall of Lady Shah for much longer. No matter. She wishes for Ketheric Thorn to be punished. Her darkness was a blessing offered before he betrayed her. She can redirect her powers elsewhere once he is cast down. It's about time Halsin actually stepped up and joined us properly. He's certainly been taking up space at camp for long enough.
He does take up a lot of space.
Halsin is one hench elf. I'm impressed. And glad he's on our side.
Halsin is such a delight. Woe to the cultist who tangles with that thick hunk of an elf.
Halsin's proved himself a fine ally already. He'll be useful in battle, if those tree trunk arms are an indication.
Well, everyone seems to have the same opinion of Halsin. Which is fitting, I suppose. Alright, next time we'll do a long rest, and I think we'll head to Moonrise Towers. And go from there. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.